Holy shit, I just watched what is possibly the best episode of anime I've seen all season, episode 6 of Ping Pong the Animation. Holy fuck, my voice is hoarse. I'm feeling a little sick right now, so. In this episode, Ping Pong finally slows down a bit and has an episode that, while not as intense and not really featuring any ping pong, like intense ping pong matches, ends up actually being the most emotionally impactful episode by taking a step to the side and fleshing out all of the main characters a lot. It's kind of amazing how much they got done in this episode. First of all, to talk about Peko, I think what makes Peko a really interesting character is that he's really intelligent. And that doesn't really come through in his personality because he likes to be this child. He just likes to, eat sweets and fuck around, and he doesn't want to do anything. But from the very beginning, Peko has most of the really clever dialogue. He has this snarky attitude that you can tell he's smart. He's just kind of a dick. And as he's starting to be confronted with his childishness, then, it might be time for him to finally grow up a little bit and realize what a fuck up he feels like. Because when you try to do that, when you try to stay in a childish mode, it's basically a form of depression. It's like saying, fuck it, I don't want to be happy, I don't want to try, I don't want to put effort in, I'm just gonna sit here and fucking do whatever I want. But you don't make any progress in your life that way, and there's no way Peko doesn't feel the stagnation that comes with acting that way. Kong has this fucking amazing scene where he's bonding with his team, with his mom, making wontons, and just finally achieving some happiness, it seems like, out here in Japan, like, he's sort of opened up a lot more. And as we watch this episode, what we realize is that up until now, they've basically been showing how Smile defeating everyone was ruining their tennis careers, but then it kind of also opens up a lot of doors for them mentally, where each character who's suffered a major loss has learned more about themselves from that. So Kong learned to calm down and to enjoy, his life more outside of just being the champion at tennis. The same goes for, what's his name? The dude, the shark eyes. He has this sort of awakening where he realizes, I like playing table tennis. It's not just about being the best. I also just really like playing it. And, he wants to bring that back out in Peko, where he's like, you've just run away and give up because you're not the best, but you love table tennis more than anyone, so why the fuck aren't you playing? And then between Smile and whatever his name is, Hazama something, Masa something, the bald dude. The two of them are the only ones who are still so wrapped up in ping pong that they can't enjoy their lives. The bald guy has, this girl who clearly is in love with him, and he seems to have feelings for her, but he puts his training before that. And Smile just has nothing else. Like, all he cares about is ping pong. He's just been switched into that mode, and he's a robot. As they say, Peko is probably the hero who has to save him by getting him to stop his path of destruction. The whole scene with the Christmas song playing was, I think, legendary. That was some true memorable shit. I mean, this show has gone through so many big memorable moments, but most of them were more trippy or just like intense. And this one was it was emotional. It was like legitimately heartfelt. It was like, whoa, I didn't know this show could do that. It definitely shows versatility on the part of the show's creators, that they could make a scene that, in this show that has been mostly about that high intensity feeling, to do something in the completely opposite direction and do it so well that it's even better than a lot of those intense scenes is a major accomplishment, I would say. Overall, I'd say this is the moment when this show has really gotten real, where, even though it's had all these concepts and interesting characters and stuff before, this is the moment where everything has been fleshed out to the point that it feels more complete. These are now characters that are worth rooting for. These are now characters with depth who are going through arcs, and the show itself has shown some diversity. So I thought it was one of the best episodes of anime that I've seen all season. Probably the best that I've seen all season. And I look forward to next week.